All right, we're back. So let's give Kevin a mouth. So we're going to use one of our community tools, which is really handy for creating a nice graphic shaped mouth. And that's under Shape Generators, Community tab. And you go to tab number 7 and you'll see Extrusion More. And this is a really great tool. I'm going to show you. There it is, it's shy. So let's rotate it 90 degrees on the inside dial. And then let's scale it down. So left corner of the model, shift key, left mouse button, and that should do. Whoa, that's not what we wanted. Undo. Do that again. Okay. Now let's use my arrow key to get them into place. Alright, we'll use our F key to zoom in. Okay, and now just tap to get a little more lined up. Good. Okay, so alright, so what's the big deal about this tool? Okay, so see over here the profile. This allows you to control the shape of this piece of geometry. So what you see is these square points and these round points. So these square points are they're connected to this curve that runs around in an ellipse, and they're what's called Bezier curves. These little circles on the end are actually attached to the square points or vertices, and they're what's called Bezier handles, and it allows you to change the shape of the curve as well as just selecting these points and just moving them around. So I can show you, just select and see what it does right there. So with this tool we can create some really interesting mouth shapes that would be pretty fun to have on one of these characters. So again, reference is good. So let's take a look and see. An open mouth I think would be a little funner to have. I really like this mouth shape, so I think we'll try to put that on. Here he's smiling, but it's even hard to see on the real minions. So yeah, his mouth is a little higher up. So yeah, let's go back and oops, let's get a reference again. So yeah, I think that would be a fun shape. It's kind of like what's going on. and we'll just bring the corners down. See, that's out of the craziness you can get, which we do not want. So let's just pull this down, pull that down. Try to keep them in the same order. I find it helps too if you space them out a little bit so you have more control. And you see I'm grabbing the circular controls. Those are the Bezier handles that allows you to change the angle of the spline, the shape spline that's going through the vertice. So that really is very helpful in creating new shapes. So anyway, so I'm going to hit, there's a reset button. So I'm going to use snap to kind of help keep these things under control. And you can see this tool kind of is finicky. It's a little awkward to use. So using it, you have to be very careful with it. Try to keep things very simple. But even then, it literally just has too many vertices and splines. So that's one way that we can potentially make a mouse shape. There's other ways as well. We can combine shapes. So I'm going to go back and undo this the old-fashioned way. There we go. So I'm going to keep away from this corner because I noticed there's two of these vertices kind of don't work well with each other, and just kind of shape things using the other vertices. So just watch out for that right corner. And then I'm going to use the Bezier handles to control the shape a little better. And just move those in. I think we can get a little more extreme shape. See, that's kind of cool. Kind of, sometimes I turn it invisible just to get a better idea how that looks. Make this a little longer. And then use the arrow key to kind of make sure it's cutting all the way in. And then let's just tweaking a little bit. We look at our reference. The mouth is smaller, so that might be more, that'd be funnier as well. So we can do that as well. I'm just trying to get the curves similar. I know I probably can't get it exactly like that because the limitations of this tool. Go, that's a little better. So once I, probably the best I can get, I don't want to go near this side. I could try pulling this down, see if I get an extreme. And then do the same over here. Just tweak it with this tool. And then I can also grab the actual control points on the geometry, and I can just squeeze things in. Get something a little better. I can squash it as well. Be a little smaller. There, that's looking good. And let's just leave it there. It's good not to have it exactly centered. Asymmetry. If you guys don't know that, Google it. It's it makes creating character expressions more interesting because humans don't have perfectly symmetrical faces. Your left side of your face is a little different than your right side of your face, and some people it's very different from side to side, and we're drawn to that. We're attracted to that, and it makes it interesting to look at. And so when we're doing character designs, it's good for one side of the face to be different than the other side of the face, even just a little bit, slightly. And it comes across as more real, and visually it's just more interesting. So that's why I have this shape a little different, and I have it a little off center. So I'm going to try to see what it looks like moving it up. Take a look at our reference. I'm going to go back to see Bob's, or I'm sorry, Kevin's face. Now here you can see he's almost middle between his eyes and his overalls. So that's not too bad. I think it's a little too wide still, so we could bring this in just a little bit. Yeah, that feels better. Let's see if we can push this a little more. Yeah, that feels a little better. Okay, so we have our mouth shape, and the cool thing is you can use this to create other types of mouth shapes, which we'll do with our next one. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to put some eyelids in here and give his eyes a little more expression.
Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe.